Hi, and welcome to the Word of the Week. This week's word is investment. Now, our message of the month for November is a fruitful life, and it's very apropos as we're entering into the Thanksgiving season. So, we want to think about how do we gain this fruitful life? How do we have this bounty in our life? Well, investment is the first step. You have to put something in if you hope to get something out. Now, whether we're talking about financial investment, whether we're talking about from the terms of growing fruit, right? You got to plant seeds. You got to take care of those seeds. If you want to get fruit, you can't just wish for it. You got to do some work for it. So everything in life is about putting something in if you want to get something out of it. And unfortunately, a lot of us in so many different areas of our lives have trouble with that concept. Now, for my martial arts students, it's very important. If you want to get a black belt, you got to invest in it. It's not something that you earn just by paying for it. Actually, if you want to do that, it's a lot cheaper just to go to a martial arts supply store and plop down your $20 and you can walk out with a black belt. That's purchasing it. It's not earning it. It's not investing in it. So the investment that you put into it is through your sweat, through your hard work. And yes, there's a financial investment too, because you got to pay tuition to come to the school. But when you look at it at the end, hopefully, especially as we're getting ready to have a big group of black belts test here in the next month, hopefully you can look at it and say, all of that hard work, all of that effort that I've put in, all the sacrifices I've made, both physically and financially, they're worth it because this is something I really wanted and now I have it and it's helped me to get to my next stage. So at that point, we can see that the payoff is definitely more than what we've invested in it. Right? We've gained some interest in it. So whatever we do, we want to understand that the more you invest, the more you're going to have at the end. So it's not like the big stock market crash and the economy tanking out. When we think about our lives and the things that we can do in our lives, that these are not subject to the fickle whims of the economy. It's not going to be swayed by who's in political office. These are things that are these are universal things, and there's the things that are guaranteed, that if you put in and you put in consistently, you're going to get a better result at the end of the day. Now, you do that for one day, you get one day better. You do that for 1 month, you get 1 month better. You do it for a year, and so on and so on and so on. See, a lot of times people want to get the quick fix. Right? They want to get it right away. It's about consistent investment of your time and your energy. It doesn't happen overnight. Sure, you're going to make some jumps. Everybody has those. You make really great progress. But what's going to get you to that really super high peak is just every day going on, one step at a time, and continually making those investments. And so what can we invest in? We can invest obviously in ourselves. We can invest in others, in our relationships. We can invest in our community. We can invest in our global community. We can invest in our world. Right? And this is probably one of the big ones that we always seem to, as the human race, we tend to want to take so much from our world. We take from our environment. We take all the resources, and we don't always give back. We need to make sure that we're giving back, right? That is our investment, right? We want to invest in a future for our children and for our children's children, right? So I want you to think about, over the course of this week, how can you up your investment? How can you invest more wisely, right? So if you invest your time in hanging out and watching TV, great, you'll become very good at hanging out and watching TV. If you want to become a better martial arts athlete, or if you want to become a better parent, or if you want to become whatever you want to become, other than the person sitting and watching TV, the resources that you put over here take away from your ability to do things over here. So think about, how can you invest wisely? How can you invest in a way that's going to get you to the point that you want to be? How can you channel those resources in the way that's going to give you the best results that you want for your life? Right? So it starts with investment, little bit every day, and it adds up over time. Okay, so I hope that you think about this. I hope that you start to apply this in your life, and I hope to see you next week.